Hello. Oh, have I got it? Hello?
Hello, I was muted. Oh my God, it's all right.
Can you hear me?
Oh
yeah, I can hear you. Yep.
Can you hear me now? Yeah?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yep. You all right, lovey?
Yeah. What's going on?
Not much. There. Getting through the day.
What was you going on about now? Did you figure it out?
No, I just typed it in manually on my from the phone. Yeah, because I was able to get to it before, but for some reason, it's I need to do it again. Let me put my other light on. Hold on.
I'll talk you through that later. Not 1 minute before we're meant to go live. But yes. Hello, no Bravado Massive. How are you? How is everything going? We missed last week because it was my niece's sweet 16, and it's just the cutest little thing, and it's just ridiculous that like it reinforces that I'm getting old. No, I mean, like and then my godson. So if my godson is my first cousin's grandson, what does that make him to me blood-wise? My second cousin?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's my second cousin and he is my godson. He turned 21. What the hell? Where's everybody going? Why is everybody 16, 21, 18 and all these things? What's happening? So, yeah. It is. I don't know where Gary is. I don't know where Natalie is. So yeah, we'll just crack on. But yeah.
Day or two.
Sorry?
How you been last day?
All right. I I've got a lot going on until next week, the 22nd, I think is the last day of work, and then you got the running around and the cleaning of the house and all the normal traditional end of the year that you have to do. So yeah, it's I'm looking forward to the rest.
Yes.
There she is. Hello.
Hello.
Oh God.
I
don't know where Gary is. Has anyone spoken to Gary today?
I haven't, but I got a missed call from him. I meant to call him back, but it was I think it was earlier today or even yesterday actually. Wait, I'm like, wait a minute.
Nice to see you. What you been up to, Nat?
Working like a bumper ass. I cannot wait. I'm so over it. You know when you've got nothing left, yeah?
Yeah.
So right about this year, you just be slowing down and doing nothing. No, everything at work. We got court, we got this, we got bundle. It's just like, oh please. But yeah. Yeah.
Here's Chica. Welcome, Spotlight listeners. Thank you for being here with us. We have to start on time because we have got a whole broadcaster. So yeah, it's good to see you all. How are you, Gary? Looking very sleek in your black.
Yeah.
Like the ladies like milk tray. That's what it reminds me of. You're
I thought you was all on diets.
Why?
Why?
There's Christmas in it.
No.
Before Christmas, have your shop before Christmas.
No.
Diet. Everyone's on a
The
diet.
worst time. This is the worst time.
In a mixed sense diet now.
Diet.
No.
In a mixed sense, because you're gonna mash it up and then
Start all over again.
have to start all over again. Might as well just start in the new year. That's where I'm at now. Might as well just start in the new year. So yeah. Nice to see you all. Everyone's energy seems flat, boy.
Oh.
No, good.
We even want to do the show. We here? What one?
It's all good.
All right, so let's kick off. I will text Carl if we are gonna finish early because everyone seems tired and flat. But did anyone watch the Diddy documentary?
I started watching it and then it was on and I paid no attention. I was just doing things, so I didn't really get. I've just been seeing stuff online more.
All right.
Yeah.
Ari, Shasha, did you watch it?
I watched it.
Yeah.
What did you think? I thought it was really well put together. I thought it was really well put together.
It enlightened me, put it that way. I was shocked. And I didn't think I would be. I was very, very shocked and disappointed in seeing a black man who had done so well for himself from scratch, and then to know that behind the scenes he just seemed to be the most evilest person, and he never had. For me, he doesn't have any friends. It's all about him. Whatever anybody can do for him, he's happy to have you there, as long as he shines. That was the main thing. I wasn't too pleased with what I was seeing at all.
So just go, I know it's going to be really awkward. That noise, is that Hoover or is that just my side?
Can't hear anything.
Okay, cool. Let me log out and see if I can come back.
I can hear
like a Hoover.
Is it you?
Yeah, but I haven't got no Hoover on. Hold on.
You can hear like a noise. Okay.
No, I can't.
1 second.
Okay.
No.
Let me.
Oh, slightly. Now I can hear it.
But it's loud, my end, so I don't know.
It might be you.
It ain't me. I got a Hoover on. I don't clean.
Let me do it on my phone because I think it's me. I don't know why. I'll do it on my phone.
No, it's still there.
It's still there.
It's still there. Let me log for come back as well myself. Who's going?
I can't hear it, but I haven't got nothing.
We should do sound checks before the actual event. But anyhow, I'm just sitting here on my own.
Can you still hear it?
No, it's gone. Unless it's my speaker, but
I can't hear anything. I haven't heard anything.
Turn your phone the other way.
Oh, sorry.
I can hear it now.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that can't hear it. Let me see if it's playing on the Facebook. Because I can't hear a damn thing.
Yeah, I can definitely hear it. I don't know why.
I think it was me. Can you? Is it gone?
No.
Okay, no, it's still there. There's nothing. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
All right, Jigger's gone. So. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Can we just do our best to ignore it? Because
Puff Daddy, I wasn't happy with what I saw of him at all.
Do you think it's all true?
I do, yeah. Go on.
I was watching because I always like to watch the other bloggers to see what they say about things and like different reporters. And there was one guy that was on there, I can't remember what his bloody name is. I was just watching him, he was saying 7 reasons why he hates Drake, but that's another story. But if you type in 7 reasons why I hate Drake, you'll know who I'm talking about. I can't remember his name, but he was saying that he actually interviewed Biggie, and when Biggie was saying, "Oh, I'm paranoid and I feel like someone's going to kill me," this was way before the Tupac. So the way that it was framed is to make Diddy look like he was behind it, but that's not. It's different parts of reality streamed together to make things look like a story. That's what, because he was like, I did that interview. It was me that did the interview, and he did say that, but he was talking about his rise to fame. And obviously, when you're out there and you're talking about your rise to fame, and you become a target, people want to rob you. People want to. Do you understand what I'm saying? But it wasn't that he felt that way after Tupac got murdered, but the way it was framed in the documentary made it look that way. So I found that quite interesting. But for the most part, I mean, I was a huge Diddy fan, definitely. But I've always said his sexual endeavors have nothing to do with me. If he's gay, I don't care. I don't see what the big deal is. I honestly don't. If he's gay, so what? If he has freaky sex, that's his business. I don't care. I don't see what the headline is there. But the documentary did, there seemed to be a pattern of drugging and raping. That's a problem. That's a problem. Aubrey O'Day spoke about, well, she says she has no recollection of this. She just read this as part of an affidavit. And she spoke about, basically, someone said they walked into a room and she was like passed out and like just inebriated, and one guy had his penis in her mouth and another guy was and Diddy was penetrating her. She says she has no recollection of this, but she was like, was I raped? Like, what the hell? Like, she was so out of it that if it did happen, she has no recollection. That I have a problem with. But I don't know where Jigger's gone. I wanted to get his opinion, but I don't know what's happening. But there are a lot of people that are coming out and basically saying that it's tearing a black man down. What is 50 Cent doing? This is not what we do. We're supposed to protect each other. Dame Dash said we leave the tearing down of the black man to the white. We've got enough people doing that. Ja Rule saying the same thing. Marlon Wayans is basically saying we don't kick a man when he's down. So there's a big controversy about, well, who do we protect? The predator or the victim?
That's the thing. Yeah, that's. I hate what they're saying where they say you don't knock a man down when he's already down. But at the same time, look at what he's actually done. You have the boy band, I can't remember what they're called again. They did an interview and they said, we're saying, grown men are breaking down crying. So at what point do we protect the people that have been affected by it and stop protecting the one who has done it? It doesn't, to me, just doesn't. It's like they're trying to say, well, keep it behind closed doors, which it has been done for so long.
Right.
At what point do we stop doing that? Yes, it's they're 50 and Diddy got their own beef that's been going on for God knows how long. And for me, I just feel like 50 has in his head come to a decision where he feels like it should be out there in the open. Like, the hip hop world is not what we think it is, and that's what he's shown it.
I don't think he's doing it for that. I think 50's being 50. I don't think he's doing any kind of community service. I think he's just being petty, and he's able to get. He hates Diddy on a level, and I think this is all for Diddy, not for any of us This isn't to kind of give us any insight so that this is just to absolutely annihilate and finish him off.
Yeah.
I don't think he should be I think we should protect our people to a certain point. I think with things, if you're doing certain things and it comes out, are you that? If you're doing it for the right reasons, but I don't think 50's doing it for the right reasons. I think he's just being the ultimate troll that he is. He's got no one's interests at heart but his own pettiness on a level of a million. But do we kind of hide these things? No, I don't think they should be hidden at the same time. But I don't think he is like 50 Cent's being Mask of Zorro on our behalf either.
Not Master Zorro.
I think 50 Cent is being 50 Cent. And he hates Diddy. He's always trolled Diddy his whole career. And now he's got actual like he's in the filming industry, he's in production, and he's got actual Diddy's on the downward spiral. Everything come out about him already. Like this, he's got all the resource he needs to wipe him out. That's what he's doing. I don't think it's for public, safety or information. I don't think it's shit about none of that.
Right. Gary, what do you think?
I just part of this is, for me, I agree, 50's not doing it for no one other than to make money for himself and to put something out, like a little, what did Dame Dash call it? Tittle towel. He's chatting tittle towel about another man. And don't need to do it. But what I will say is, I don't think 50 hates you. I don't think he hates you. I think he's just in a position. I'm gonna say it's quite. 50's a bully. He's one of them man. He just one of them man at school. Like, you know what? I'm gonna give it to you, and he's gonna laugh at that. So I don't think it could have been anybody. I don't think it's just because it's Diddy. I think it could have been anyone.
But he's gone on at Diddy for time.
Your sound is muffled. Sorry, Natalie. Your sound is muffled, Gary.
Is it? Do you know? Yeah, I can hear.
Yeah, now I can hear you, but at some points it's muffled.
Yeah,
so stay where you are.
Yeah,
stay right there.
I can still hear that Hoover noise.
We're gonna have to ignore it because I don't know what it is. There's nothing we can do.
Maybe it's from Spotlight. Can't because Spotlight's muted. But anyway, like
are they? Yeah, they are.
Yeah. So as I
He's
said,
hated him for years though. They've had for years, and he was with his baby mum, who he actually liked at a time. Yeah, and he's always held on to that. And it was always a one-sided beef. I think Diddy has gone on about Diddy so much in the press over the years, and you've never heard Diddy say a word back. He's never retaliated for whatever reason.
Can I say one thing? 50, as far as I'm concerned, 50 don't hate Diddy. 50 hates Ja Rule. From that. And if he was doing something, it would have been like a Ja Rule thing.
Yeah, but Ja Rule's not doing the things that Diddy's doing.
Yeah,
but if you think about it, the three top billionaires, if you think about it, the three top billionaires, to me, it's like a power thing. It's like drug dealing and power. So the three top billionaires in hip hop is Diddy, him, and Jay-Z. He attacks Jay-Z. If he wipes them out,
Dr. Dre.
Oh yeah, true. I forgot about
you got Dre. You got Snoop.
Suge Knight.
Is Snoop a billionaire or a millionaire?
Snoop's got a tenner. I mean,
he's not a billionaire.
Yeah, I know. He doesn't. I mean, Snoop's got good. Like he's got.
He came in through that pathway. Remember, Eminem, Dr. Dre. So those are his.
Oh, they're safe. That's true.
Because he came in, and he said in interviews he will forever like Eminem. He worships Eminem. He'll tell you.
He does.
Dr. Dre, he's got no, because they brought him. That was like his pathway in. So that whole team, he's done music with them. Like I think they were people he actually looked up to, and I think that they will always be safe because he talks highly of them till today. And there's not many people he speaks
highly of.
But 50 Cent is one of them people. Once he takes step on you, and He doesn't let go. He's like a. I like 50 Cent, but I don't like bullies. So when he's doing certain things, I just don't fuck with it. I don't like it.
But I mean, as I said before, you can say he's a bully.
He's a bully.
But I said it, I called him a bully, to be honest with you. But is he a bully? Because really, truly, it's not like Puffy not as big as him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your Puffy was doing what he was doing to get yabs. So if you put yourself in that situation, then if it comes on top, it comes on top. I will say, as I said to people earlier, which is a really unpopular view, some of the people in the video, I'm not going to mention any names particularly because I don't want to get super trolled, but I just think some of the people that you was all part of this, like literally.
Always, yeah. Always.
I watched it, you was all part of it, so I can't see how you're barling thing and then you're suing people for $20 million or dollars. You know what I mean?
I don't get it.
Yeah,
I've been hearing things about Diddy since I was young, because I used to be a big fan of Diddy at the Diddy and Mace times, specifically when Diddy and Mace were just going hit after hit after hit. And I used to love them. And so when I got older, but I used to also love the Locks. And I think the Locks were the first people back in the day to come out and be like, Diddy's not right. Then Mace would be like, Diddy. But there were different stories. Then people used to say he killed Biggie. These are all everything I've heard, and he does wild sex parties. So he's aggressive, he's not nice, he's arrogant, whatever. So everything that we've come out now is not new, but it's just out in the open with evidence and stuff like that. But all this stuff has been floating around for years. The same like the R. Kelly stuff. All the R. Kelly stuff has been floating around for years, and then when it came out, everyone was like, oh, we knew that. It was a running joke that he was possibly like a little, you know what I mean? So I think there's definitely a lot of truth to it, but I don't like the turncoats that all of a sudden they got a problem with it when they were riding hard for it.
I think I remember, I can't remember, it must have been about 98, 99. I said my aunt used to work for Sony BMG. She took me to the bad boy offices for had some meetings, so I'll just come with me. And I remember looking around and I remember seeing Puffy's sister. I looked at this girl.
No, we had the sister.
Yeah, I looked at this girl and she had a Suffolk Combs on her top. So I said, who's that Bush girl's Puffy? I said, why does she look like that? He goes, you know when your brother keeps all the money to himself? Like, she looked... That's what Marty said to me. You know when your brother... Because as far as I'm concerned, your brother said, you're meant to be swung around that office like, busted. And I was like, rah. And then other things, then Aunt was talking about other things, and when the whole thing about, because she used to manage part of Craig Mack or something what she used to do with him, and there was all stories and this money, that money from back in the day, and she put the money in and then pay the artist. And I said to people that, you know what, the three things about that whole thing that I found disturbing, not disturbing, I laughed about, not disturbing. The first was his brethren he gave 25% of the money to, a bad boy to, and then took it back from him, held a baseball bat. I found that really out of order. Yeah. The thing when he was in Harlem, looking support from his brethren, and then he's talking about how he needs to have a wash, I need sanitizer because all these people. Like,
oh my God!
These are your people, and you're cussing them like they're all showing them, Diddy man, we love you, support yo, take a picture of this right now. And he's shaking their hands, and then he gets back in the car and starts cussing them all. Dirty people. I'm like, bruh. And the last thing, is that I can't believe how dumb you are, brother, how arrogant you think you are when you're not paying people for the video.
Right.
And bank left it out there. Like, you didn't even put a little thing on it where, you know what, you can't sell it to nobody else or whatever. Put some sign thing. What do you mean?
His arrogance got to his
taking
head.
You got done over.
Powerful, yeah. He thought he was that powerful that it don't matter. He don't need to do all that. No one's going to touch him. He's untouchable.
That's exactly what he
And
said.
you just see him pacing and panicking and panicking and panicking. I remember seeing that bit in there. And I remember the guy, I think I watched more of the last episode with the guy that's still waiting for his money today.
Yeah,
Exactly
same
right.
25%. Yeah, but do you know also made me laugh? Not made me laugh. I just said how loyal some people are to people.
Oh yeah,
The girl from Diddy Dirty Money, who he wouldn't even give her $5,000 to support her in a court case against her husband.
that was
And
Right.
disgusting.
when he needed help, he phoned her and she backed him. Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Is it
Like,
Dawn?
Yeah.
he was doing what? Yeah, he wouldn't give her. One of
No,
them.
not doing the other one, Kalina.
Cleaner. She asked him for $5,000 because she had to go court for her husband, for her baby or something, to her son or daughter. Then phoned Diddy and Diddy said, "Boy, he ain't got it." Something along them lines. And then she said, "He does. I really need it. It's gonna get my son back." She didn't have none of it. Then he phoned her up. When in a video, you see him phoning up, talking to her about.
So Dawn dropped the lawsuit.
Yeah, on Diddy.
Bandmate.
Yeah, and then she phoned him up and was like, he phoned her up talking about he needs her help. He needs a massive favor. Will she come out and say that never happened? Blah 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 blah.
And she did it.
No, you know I love you. You know I love you. You know I love you. And then she did it. That for me is like, brother, when I needed help, you could come to me.
Right.
He was walking around with $9,000 in his fanny pack in cash. In that interview, she asked him for $5,000. He said, "No, can't do it. Doing something else. Sorry, you're a billionaire. $5,000 is like
50p.
Right.
£50. Like you could have done that." So there was definitely some little bits and pieces about his character that I felt were like, "Ooh, this doesn't look good," and I don't know, like. The audience seems to be split. People seem to be saying that 50's a troll and that he's kicking a black man when he's down. And then there's other people that are saying, but we're literally we're protecting the villain out here. So let's see what our No Bravado Massive said. There was one. Hang on. Let me share my screen. There was one post. There was a couple of posts that went out in relation to this, and this one caused a lot of outrage. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
All right. So, Sully Dolda, he says, back to Cassie. Had Diddy married her all along, we wouldn't have heard anything about the assault, beating as such. This wasn't his remarks, by the way. I think he copied it from someone else had made these comments. Leave the freak-offs out of it. She probably arranged for the gigolo and obviously orchestrated many of the freak-offs then because her career was in sight. That girl Cassie walked into Diddy's studio with her boyfriend, who set up the connect to begin with. Diddy promised her a record deal, and then she dumped her boyfriend fast. He was never seen again in the studio after that. After 10 years, she realized Diddy was only using her as a trophy girlfriend and for his sick freak-offs, and he wouldn't commit to marriage. Then she got angry. Now her career, I think he's meant to say now career no longer brought happiness because nature will always win. Career can never make a woman happy. Cassie dumped her faithful boyfriend who connected her to Diddy because Diddy offered her a certain life and career. She was doing just fine with her boyfriend, by the way. Again, I say, had Diddy married her, she would have enjoyed everything, enjoying herself. The real grouse is that he didn't marry her. Cassie also pushed Kim, Diddy's baby mama, out of the scene because women supporting women. If she was old enough to make a tough decision to dump her loyal boyfriend for Diddy, then she was old enough to know what she was walking into and willing to endure what she wants. Cassie is not innocent. She's only part victim. She signed up for it and she knew exactly what she was doing. Only realizing 10 years in that she was being used and that there wasn't going to be a ring on her finger, the other hurt ladies accusing Diddy in that documentary are way more victim than Cassie. Cassie is no saint in this narrative. She dumped a low-loving guy for Diddy, whom even at the time already had a certain notoriety. She didn't mind. Tumkumbo Akatolo of Buff My Profile. He was the person who wrote that,
Right.
not the person who posted it, not Sully. So obviously I'm going to read the comments out in a minute in relation to that. But there was a lot of outrage. But what was interesting in the documentary is that one of the jury members, he was
had the same view.
And he said that he had the same view.
Yeah.
He had the same view. The other jury member, she was a fan. Blatant. But this jury member had the same view. What do you lot think before we read the comments?
No, go on.
You know my thing. We had discussed it already. I kind of semi-agree. Not to the sense like the old beating and all that thing. I don't disagree with that. But still, to a certain extent, Cassie, how it was portrayed in the video and how and obviously 50's not trying to portray Puffy in a good light. But for me, Cassie didn't come out in a good light either. It came out like looking like, well, she was with him. They broke up because he was trying to have
something's wrong with your sound. You go to one side and you can hear it, and then now you're just muffled.
I don't know.
Try again.
Yeah, Cassie.
You're there.
Yeah. Cassie must have known what was going on because she came in to talk him there, and then pushed to a certain extent from how it kind of alluded, pushed him out so she could get the younger model. So I can't hear me. I can't be.
Yeah.
And then when as I said, when Puffy must have said that you're not getting none of the stuff that Kim was getting, then I mean,
problem.
But also she was seeing people on the side herself.
Right.
Kim Cuddy, she had this man on the side. I'm not saying both of them were cheating, but you can't be screaming out rare when you're doing the same thing in your freak off. But then again, if your man's letting you do all things with different people in front of them, why can't I have a man on the side? Yeah.
I mean, she was young, and someone pointed out to me that she was the same age as his twin daughters now when she entered that. So there's an element of power and control. There's an element of grooming. There's an element of. There's so much to it. There's so much facets to it. I'm not sure I agree with all of that simply because of the power dynamics and the age. Someone's saying, why does it sound like rain in the background so they can hear it?
Everyone, people text me and say they can hear it rain.
I don't know is the question. I really don't know.
Can you log out and come back on, both of you?
Should I?
Yeah.
We stay where we are, Charlene, because we've got both gone in and come out. You try and log out and come back in.
All right, cool.
It's still there. No, it was Natalie.
It's gone. It's Natalie.
It's Natalie. It was Natalie.
But where's Trisha though?
Huh? Trisha's gone.
Okay.
She's gone. It was Natalie.
Natalie.
It was Natalie.
Okay.
I'm like.
Since you go, it disappeared.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Rosemary. Okay. I couldn't hear it until
it was loud.
Yeah.
It was loud.
Then it just started to get
louder.
And, viewers can hear it now. So
no,
it's Natalie. She come back. It's you, Nat.
Can you hear it now?
I can't hear it. I don't know what it is. My house is silent.
It's definitely you. It might be the computer. Come out, reset your computer, restart it or whatever, and then come back.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So go on, Gary, you were saying? It's definitely Natalie.
I thought it was me for real.
Yeah.
So, go on, Natalie.
No.
I mean,
look, for me, as I said before, as a person, I'm not gonna not puff what he's done or what he's done, how he's done things. Right? I think he's done an amazing job, and to drive yourself to be that kind of successful takes a lot. Yeah. So started as Drake said, start at the bottom. Now we're here, rolling. I can't even argue with it. What I do believe is that when people put people on pedestals, they like to break them down. And if you're on top, someone's always trying to come for your crown. Always. Don't matter what field you're in, someone's going to come for your crown. And you need to be, so you either people come for your crown or you drop off because you're just not hot anymore. Yeah?
Yeah.
And Puffy, no disrespect, tried to continue to be hot when he dropped off. So he went from like every single record he did was a hit to having dead tunes coming out, like not really doing it. And then so he kind of diversified into the alcohol, diversified into other things, and he tried to keep on top. And eventually, the only thing he was known for is parties, freak-offs.
That's true, yeah. Because they did mention it. They mentioned something like that in the documentary. He had to. He always wanted to stay on top. So he was always going to be in contact with people that could get him on top and be number one, etc. So his parties were just a fall off to it, really.
Yeah. And they were just a thing to kind of bring you into something, because him himself, like at the end of the day, he came out with all the music back in the 90s and 80s, and he had the 2000s where he was like hit after hit after hit. Anything that man touched was just gold. You know what I mean? Any artist, any body he touched, gold. To be honest with you, we didn't hear about the flops because there were probably lots of flops as well. But most artists touched, they were gold. I mean, if you think about Missy Elliott, he kind of launched her.
I didn't even know that.
So Missy, the first kind of commercial tune was when she went Gina Thompson. The Gina Thompson tune. So that was the kind of first tune that she kind of got recognized for, and then she started to build from there, and then went Timberland and stuff like that. Well, she was an artist before, but she was only known kind of in her area.
Okay.
I mean, right. So if you think about the artists that he kind of pushed through, and as he was touching, everything he turned to gold. But you also got to look at all the one-hit wonder hits that he had, and what happened to those artists. Why didn't they come back? Why weren't people re-signing with him? Why weren't things? Because he was allegedly keeping the money to himself, or the deals that they had, or he had them on some silly 360 deals where people weren't even getting 10 pence to the name, or getting, and so
Craig Mack had one of the biggest tracks out there, Flavor in Your Ear, and then asked him for money because he was broke, and he gave him $100. So just that kind of character. What goes around comes around. So if you was out here being epically nasty to people, your come down was gonna be epic, and this is it. So I don't know. I mean, I was watching Cameron because I think Cameron and Mace are hilarious, and then Cameron had done like a little like a show on his own. Mace wasn't on it, and one of the things he said was like, everybody is blown away by this documentary because of how raw it was, and this just the footage of him saying certain things is so damaging that it's like, oh my god, it's not good. But one of the things he did say was that Little Rod said that sometimes he would wake up and there would be girls in the bed, and sometimes they were drugged, and sometimes he'd wake up and Diddy would be in bed, and he'd be sore. He was like, how many times are you going to wake up sore before you say, blood?
Well, God,
I'm not doing this. Do you know what I mean? So I do think that, like I said, I stand by what I say. I think that he was a legend. He definitely shaped the 90s and stuff for us in terms of music. I do not care about his sexual endeavors. I don't care who he has sex with. I don't care about his sexuality. None of that is my business. What I do care about is raping and drugging. You can't do that. Has to be consensual. If it's not consensual, that's a huge problem. Moving on to Cassie.
No, but sorry. You know, right? Let me ask you a question.
Go on.
Raping and drugging is wrong at all steps. I'm not arguing.
Mm-hmm.
If you get raped and drugged by the same person multiple times,
it's not happening. The only one that seemed to be gang and weren't having a bar of it.
At some point, that means you're consented.
Yeah, because you're going back to the same place that did it to you over and over again.
Working for a health service or for a service, there's two types of consent. There's verbal consent or written consent, or the applied consent. So if I'm taking your blood, Trisha, I say to Trisha, I'm taking your blood, and you put your arm out to me, and I take your blood, you've applied that I'm going to. If you don't put your arm out and you have your arms like that and don't say yes, then I'm forcing you. But if you put your arm out, so if people are putting their batty out, they're putting their batty out.
Oh God.
Not if people are putting their batty out, they're putting their batty out. I definitely feel like some of them were complicit. I don't know about the Cassie thing. Like I said, I don't agree because of the age that she was in. She was at the time. I think there was a power dynamic there that was balanced. And I think abused people do stay in cycles of abuse. And she was indoctrinated from a young age.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not entirely sure I agree with, as she got older, she did leave. And she stuck him good. Like,
she got 30 million?
She dealt with him good, boy. Imagine that little Cassie bring him down,
But the funny thing about
all of this.
The funny thing about it though is, as the girl said in the video, she had side guys on the side all the time.
Yeah,
undercover.
And, she had more than one.
And then sometimes overcover. You know what I mean?
At first, for me, yes, she was young when she first got into the whole 19 in very young. So I just thought she looked at Puff as someone that could get her to where her career wanted to be. At the same time, she also, she envied Kim, because Kim was a stay-at-home wife, had the kids, treated like a queen, all the rest of it, will come out to certain things, and that's what she wanted. She didn't get it, and I do think that's when things kind of went a bit downwards there, because she always wanted what Kim had and was never going to get that. Diddy was never going to marry her, and that's what she was upset with. And I think that's where the whole spiral came down from. Yes, as you said,
think that's why she destroyed him ultimately?
I think so, yeah, because she said it herself. She was jealous of Kim. She wanted to be who Kim was, and that was never ever going to happen. And Diddy showed her that. Kim walked away and did what she had to do and whatever not. She was cool, but the fact that she stayed there for so long, at some point, it's like, okay. The fact that she did what she did to Diddy, it's like, to me, I think myself, was you that naive? At what point did your head change? She saw the money. She realized that she wasn't going to be getting what she was getting, and a few of the things that she did with when Diddy found out that she was seeing other guys, she knew, and more than once, she knew that he would make him flip.
The man went to someone's house with a gun to shoot them. Like,
right. So you know what kind of person you're getting. He's a nutter.
If Charlie, if you are seeing somebody, right, and me and you do the thing, right?
Yeah.
And I know that you got a man. I'm saying, yeah, right, we'll get this kid. I know your man's a bit mad, man. And you let your man come to my yard with a gun. Me and you ain't talking.
Right.
Yeah. Well, let's see what I know Bravado Massive said. There was a couple of posts, but this is the one that I've got to hand. I don't think Natalie's coming back. Natalie must have said Bundis. I'm not coming back. All right. See my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So obviously it triggered a lot of people because a lot of people view Cassie as a victim. So Nick's rolled her eyes. Dion said, "Long story short, you're insinuating she deserved what she got, or that she should have put up with it and shut up." There was lots of replies to that. Sharon said, "This is a rage bait post," shaking my damn head. I said, to be honest, a lot of people feel this way. It's really disturbing. It's not a rage bait. The one of the jurors, this is why he got off. Because one of the jurors sat there and said exactly this. Claude said, I had to read this twice, like, wow. Karen Gill said, "Are you saying it's okay to treat a young woman abusively? She was a 19-year-old girl caught up in an abusive relationship. The fact that he was rich and famous is irrelevant. Violence towards a woman or a man is unacceptable. No one asks or deserves to be abused, period. I can only imagine there was a lot of grooming, coercive control, etc. involved in their relationship. By the grace of God, she got out alive." Can you not see these? Can you not?
I can't read them, but they're too small.
All right.
Sally says, "I'm not the author. Some of you need to read. I'm sharing and seeing views. I'm sharing it and seeing views." Natty said, "Power imbalance, exploitation. Sorry." Bring it up a bit more.
All right, I can read from here because Natalie's back and there's no rain. Yay! That he said power imbalance. Denise still lost me at nature would always win. Career can never make a woman happy. I said a lot of people share this view, and this is exactly what's troubling. Saying Cassie signed up for it because she made a career decision at 19 is dangerous thinking. I mean, 10 years in, that took her to 29. She's never going to be the same person at 29 than she was at 19. Does that make sense? Right? Breaking up with a boyfriend for industry opportunities does not mean you deserve abuse, coercion, and violence. Some of the things that the sex worker described, like she smirked at the sex worker and he punched her in her chest clean across the room. Do you know what I mean? Those kind of things, like, what? Like, not someone's daughter, and you got two that at that age now.
Yeah.
So that's where my thinking is. Those things are not equal. We need to stop pretending that they are. Power dynamics matter. Diddy was a global superstar with money, influence, and control. She was a teenager with a dream. Ambition is not consent to mistreatment. The idea that if he married her, she would have stayed quiet says more about society's conditioning than it does about Cassie. It suggests victims should tolerate abuse as long as the lifestyle looks good. That mentality is exactly why powerful men get away with things for years. Cassie doesn't need to be a saint to be a victim. Human beings make complicated choices, but none of them justify being harmed. We can critique her decisions without rewriting abuse as something she chose. And that's where I'm coming from, because some of the things were straight up abuse. So I'm not saying that, she probably did organize some of the freak-offs. Like, she did. Not probably, she did. But there were also times where she said no and was beaten. There was also times where she tried to get away and was kicked, the shit kicked out of her. So, and I think as she got... stronger, she left.
Yeah.
And she took 20 million with her. Do you know what I mean? Like, pay me for my shit. Dion said this, she was a kid, he was grown. Her desire for fame should never be used to justify abuse. Colin, who is a psychologist, so I really find because I always find his comments to be really quite well-rounded and deep, and then he explained that he's a psychologist. There you go, that makes sense. Anyway, he said absolutely powerful response. As a grown man, we know better. It's not a means to an end, as many people think. She was old enough to make her choices and decisions because she was 19 years old, and that's the furthest thing from the truth. Diddy is a narcissist and always has been one. He's out of control. Only this time, he's not in the studio to control the tracks. He's in jail where he belongs, and I hope he remains there for a very long time. The man is pure evil. For some folk who think it's okay, I simply cringe at the thought of this. Had this been your child, we really need to look at dynamics here. Nothing wrong with having an open discussion and being opinionated, but when you accuse the victim as she asks to be abused, I have a serious problem with that, as she could be my own daughter. A very sad world that we live in when we see no problem with physical and mental abuse. I'm not going to read out everything. Louise said you're sick. Stephen Moy said he controlled nearly every aspect of her life, including career, finances, housing, and piled her with drugs and alcohol. This power dynamic and manipulation are described in the context of grooming on a grooming process. I agree. I agree. There's grown women who are still in domestically violent relationships because the cycle of abuse. I've seen it so much times as well. And like, you got to thank God if you've got a strong spirit and you're like, blood, not me. Thank God for that. Not everybody's like that, and sometimes people do fall victim to the cycle of abuse. And again, there's a lot of victim blaming and not enough naming and shaming of the predator. It's interesting.
But in saying that, you do say that, but then when 50 calls it out, people are saying he's a troll.
I don't think he's a troll.
Not troll, but yeah, they're saying, oh, you should.
A lot of people are saying, but this is where, because I'm going to go on to different topics anyway, in relationships, because someone put about, I think it was Junior Bogle that was saying about predators in society and what is it that we would do, because there just seems to be a lot of protecting of them in the Black community, and it's something that we need to really look at. It's all right to name and shame, or like, say for instance, if people bring up that a Black predator, oh, but Elvis Presley done it, he was sleeping with Priscilla Presley when she was 14. What's that got to do with us? It's not our thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we can't justify dirtiness in our community because other communities are doing it.
But for me, about Elvis Presley or anybody like that, there's a difference, and the difference is it was legal. In some American Alabama, it's illegal to marry a 13-year-old. So at the end of the day, you can only go by the law of your country. Now we may think it's wrong. But it's legal. If it's legal, you can't be telling me, oh, well, in our country we can't do that. And then it's not in your country. So
yeah, but I mean, I don't know how to respond to that, to be honest. But I don't agree. I'm trying to find my words, because the people who make the laws, some of them allegedly are the biggest paedophiles anyway. So, but it being legal doesn't mean it's right.
No. But I think my point is, you can only go. It's a bit like I had a disagreement with someone years ago about someone was having a go about Jamaica and talk about how it's a homophobic country and this, that, and the other. So I said, regardless if you think homosexuals are wrong or right, it's illegal in Jamaica, and Jamaica is based off the UK laws. They're saying, well, UK's changed the laws. I said, but Jamaica isn't the UK, so you can't hold us to the same standard when we've taken your laws and run with your laws. You can't then come and say, well, we've changed the laws, so you need to change. We're not run by the same government. So if it's illegal in one place, as you say, go to Rome, you do what the Romans do. That's what you need to do. If you go to Dubai and you know that you can't be kissing up girl on street, because you'll get arrested and put in prison.
Yeah, but you know what they do? They go on yachts because no one owns the sea. So you can't. So they go on yachts and do a whole bunch of debauchery on the yacht. Doesn't make it right. It's just a legal loophole. So, I don't know. Anyway, Stephen says, P. Diddy is a cretin and a pum-pum. He only has strength for women. Men like him don't deserve to breathe air. Domestic violence, abuse, power and muscles. Women are being murdered daily due to imbalance of power. Very rarely is anyone blamed for justification for violence and bullying. That's what we're doing now. I'm skipping some of the comments. There was a lot of people were outraged by this post. Yeah, he probably would have just offed her like Kim. All right, so that's another allegation that he
He's not
analysed.
beating that allegation, boy.
Sorry?
He's not beating that allegation, boy. That keeps coming up.
Yeah. Yeah, so I went on to say, I want to add that in the documentary, 2 of the jurors were interviewed. The male juror that they interviewed basically had this opinion. It explains why a lot of the charges were dropped. And I think it's dangerous. I think it's a dangerous place to be, personally. Rosemary saying it's learned behaviour. He was served a plate from young and didn't scrape nothing off. Yeah, basically, because it kind of sounds like it. They're basically blaming the mum in it, saying that the mum was having them kind of parties from he was young, and that's what he saw. So, yeah, that's it. So that's it for the Diddy. We've spent an hour on that. I didn't need to spend so long on that, but yeah, that's it for the Diddy debacle. Next topic. Let me just find it. Hang on.
There was some people did some thing comments, screen comments, Trisha. I saw
Can you read them out?
He was served a plate from young and didn't escape. There was one before that as well. I don't know, on YouTube. I saw it come up.
Oh, on YouTube, yeah. I can't see all of them. It doesn't come up. All of it don't come up here. Valid point regarding childhood trauma he learned it all from his mum's entertainment from young. She should serve time too. You think so?
Yeah, she was, and a lot of people in the, well, a few people in the Diddy in the documentary said that she is bad boy. She controlled a lot of it. How he did it because of her.
And she used to beat him a lot, isn't it? So that one guy said that she says he got a lot of beatings because he used to run the street and not come home. But one of his childhood friends said that the beatings were like severe, like he doesn't even want to think about it. So maybe that's where the violence towards women comes from.
Possibly,
maybe.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The anger and the violence towards women. But anywho,
I used to get severe beatings back in for things that were just bizarre. And even I remember one of the guys that I used to go to school with, we was African guy. We used to compare beatings, and
who won?
He told me one day. I just thought his mum used to put pepper in his eye.
Oh, you win! Fucking hell!
Yeah.
Ouch, pepper.
That made me say ouch just listening to that.
Things like that. So,
my lord,
abuse.
Straight abuse, isn't it? Yeah.
Make you lean. Cobbles outside the house or in the garden. He would have to kneel on that for like 4 hours when he come up from school if he did things wrong. Like them things. So but this is what I'm saying to you. When you like a lot of people things happen to them. I'm not saying because this person happened to you and we didn't turn out that way. So but I would say you can't all blame things on one person because lots of people go totally the other way, don't they? They're like, you know what, this has happened to me. I will never do this to my children. I will never do this to another person. I mean, there's something in Diddy that kind of that drive, that ambition to be number one. That kind of warps you internally, and he's one of the main people that I think has that thing where he was always trying to make people think he was somebody else or something else. So even a bit when he tried to punch Eric Sermon in the face and told Eric Sermon, Eric said, get in the car, we'll go around the corner and we'll do a fight. Yeah, man got in the car there. He stopped and said, "Don't worry about it. Listen to this song," because he knew Eric was serious.
Charlemagne was saying that it's the most ridiculous story he's ever heard. He doesn't believe it's true.
Was that you say?
Charlemagne the God was saying it's the most ridiculous story he's ever heard. Like, who does that? I don't think he thinks that it was true, but yeah,
I would past him, weasel.
Yeah.
he was just trying to fight, to show off in front of the girl, maybe. Yeah. All right. So let me find this one. Let's just do this one. All right. So share my screen. I've been looking out for one of my favorite bloggers, Make It Make Sense, to see what he's had to say about this whole Diddy thing, but I ain't seen nothing from him. I must be on holiday. Anyway, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
All right. So, women who intentionally delay intimacy are nearly twice as likely to experience long-term success, largely because slowing down creates space for clarity, emotional trust, and genuine compatibility to surface. Psychologists note that when intimacy isn't rushed, both people are forced to show their intentions, their consistency, and their character. The very ingredients that determine whether a connection can actually last. In a world obsessed with speed, sometimes patience becomes the real filter. So, what do we think about that? Like, I remembered having a conversation with Devon Danvers on this platform, and Devon was saying, "I'm not waiting no 3 months." Us man say, I'm not waiting no 3 months, but I guess then that's your clarity. Because if they're not gonna wait the 3 months, then
yeah, I don't think
that's what they're there for, then, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think it works.
You don't think waiting 3 months works?
I don't think it's necessarily that. I think if they like you, they like you. If they don't, they don't. If they're gonna mess around, they're gonna mess around with you. If they're not, they're not. Take it from someone that waits longer than 3 months. Okay, Rich, it don't work. Fuck it. Okay, it doesn't work. And we know. I'm an 8-monther. Okay. If they like you, they like you. If they don't, they don't. If they're gonna fuck about, they're gonna fuck about. If they're not, they're not. It's the chemistry. Like, that's what I think. That's what it is for a lot of men. I don't know, but I think it might pop up in their minds. But if they like you, they ain't gonna give a fuck if you guys get together on the first night or the second night. Like, if they do like you, they'll put that to the back of their head. The same way, if they don't like you, they don't give a fuck that you waited 6 or 3 months. They're done. Men are simple like that.
So, Gary, as a guy, I'll make this quick because I found it interesting. The reason I chose it is because I wanted to read some of the comments. As a guy, if a woman gives it up to you quick, are you put off by that?
No, it doesn't make no difference.
I knew you were going to say that.
It doesn't make a bar bit of difference. It doesn't make a difference at all. I don't go, oh yeah, she did it. It's more about what's gone on in the history. Like, if I know, like, if I know you've slept with enough people after, if I know, say for example, the rumors around that you've slept with bare people on the first night, and then I start dating you, say no, it's 3 months. I'm gonna be like, what's going on? I'll be more likely. I'm gonna be more likely to say, oh God, like literally, what are you chatting about? I know Justin got it yesterday. Like, what God? Am I a dickhead? Like, what?
I must wait, and nobody else had to wait. Killed. I'm dead.
I give you when we were younger, when I used to work on this health bus doing sexual stuff, and work with these young people. So we were talking about relationships and stuff, and this group of girls came on the bus and were talking about how long should you wait with your partner. So they said, because we haven't had sex before, if you're dating a guy, you should wait at least a year before you give him that. So I was like, okay, blah blah blah. So I said, but what about if you start dating another guy? And they were like, well, 2 days. I said, so the first guy gets to wait a year. Once it's gone, it's gone.
Oh, don't.
It always made me laugh. Like, that's how he's like, first time I ever do it, the person's got to wait ages and stuff. But after that, what? So what? It's people, yeah. But like I said, I think it doesn't make a difference if you wait 3 months. Sometimes do you know what? Sometimes if you're with somebody and then it's like you'll say you're doing everything but sex and stuff, and you just know they're just being awkward because they've got a time for you to speak. It make you come across stupid. But best if you don't do nothing at all, like even kiss, nothing. Don't start something off and then be like, oh yeah, we gotta wait. No, we don't. That's just a random thing. It don't make no sense. It's literally it's just what?
It depends on the guy, basically.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because
it's
like,
really difficult for us to
hold on. So you're saying to me, wait 3 months. So at 2 months we can do everything but have sex, and then on 3 months or on the 31st day of the third month, it's like we don't put no average. Like, okay, we got to wait for this. Do you know what?
But have sex? What do you mean? It's oral sex. Is oral sex. I'm not gonna let someone put it in my mouth, and I'm not gonna. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, it don't make no difference. Right? No,
no.
That's oral sex. It's not everyone's penis that should go in your mouth anyway. So. It's true. That should be reserved for your dude.
Right. Everybody.
Your guy. I mean.
Well, I'm sorry. Even then, it takes a while before
you do it.
I courage to do that.
Yeah.
What if you're gonna do it today or do it tomorrow? What difference does it make? I don't understand.
No, but I think some people have rules, and some people naturally, like, it's not even a morals thing. I'm not doing it on a morals thing. It literally takes me a long time to be comfortable with anyone, let alone to do it. And that's
if they pulls it and goes, here it is.
That's all it is. It's not like no moral high ground. It's just to be like, oh, okay.
Remember,
no, put your hand on my head. That will make you not do it.
That's the worst.
I hate that.
That's insulting.
Be like Talisa.
Remember that? Do you remember that? When she was getting beat up by the penis. Oh my God. See.
I didn't see that.
Did you remember? After she just poured down Misha B's career, because Misha B, she said she was a bully, and Gary, the guy, I can't remember the group that he was in, but his name was Gary, and he was like, you're never going to win, Misha B, because Talisa just done that to you. And then a few weeks later, then the whole video come out of her, because she was on X Factor in it. The whole video getting slapped in the face, making the man slap you in your face with his really, like, what the hell? It's disrespectful, but I don't know. That's me. You're not going to slap me in your face with your penis. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it'll come off.
Right.
Right. Pap in your face. With
it was funny though. It was funny.
Oh dear. No. What did no Bravado Massive say? Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Can you see my screen? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's review the comments. People had a lot of laughing. People thought it was funny. Ladies, would delay being intimate to sustain having a longer relationship? Lies, says Kwame. Malik said good one. I'm guessing it's Comic Monday, says Kwame. Don't try this at home, says London guy.
That killed me. God.
Lolly Bailey, someone's just tagging someone. Nah, you can. Donna Murray Turner said, nah, you can buy a pass in a bag. You can buy a puss in a bag.
Oh.
It's mad because hang on. Amen. Donna Murray. Yeah, that was me busting up. I bust up again, and I forgot that she said that. Malik Kitchen said, "Man, because men would actually say it's true, but reading the comments, women don't believe it, so they just give it away. The slow creatures."
Okay, Malik.
Said we're slow. Because the majority of women are desperate to please men, says Diana D. Natty said facts to Malik. I said, your comment made me laugh, I can't lie, although I am a woman and I don't consider myself slow. We've interviewed many men on this topic. One brilliant conversation we had with Devon Danvers. He said that women shouldn't have a high body count and that we shouldn't give it up too quickly, but also said he ain't waiting 3 months, which I found quite confusing, I'm not going to lie. Because what are we supposed to do? You know, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What would you consider reasonable amount of time before intimacy takes place? And then I went back and read some of his comments, and he said around 3 months.
Really?
But, yeah.
3 months. Got time for that rubbish.
He said here. He said here. Diana D, one of my longest relationships was with someone who made me wait 3 months. I swear down, it made me respect her more. And when we finally did get physical, it was worth it. Don't get me wrong. This was only work if the guy genuinely likes the girl. Call him a simple, whatever. But if he is not into the girl, then he will look elsewhere in the meantime. But again, if he's really into her, he'll wait and both will benefit from taking it slow and getting to know each other. Nothing worse than sleeping with someone and then finding out they're a toxic avenger. In this day and age, you need to be careful who you soul tie with. And I make him right.
It's not wrong.
It's not.
The man watches too much John Legend. Take it slow. You gotta take it slow. We love you.
Oh, God,
I was saying to my friend to come on here. He sounds funny as fuck, boy. Buff the Buff said, yes, man prepared to hunt for the meat, then it to be handed on a plate. When women work this out, they will find a real man, not the losers running around impregnating stupid women. Okay. This crew, listen,
Why are women getting
these
all
lot are not easy. They're not.
Damn.
And Kafel Crookshank said, kiss my teeth. So I guess he just doesn't agree with that. So that was that.
It's funny because I just saw something that said if virginity is a woman's pride, what is a man's?
Huh.
So I might put that in the group on Thursday.
That's a good question.
It is.
Hey Kev, how you doing? Natalie's friend. We love Kev. I like him, but he makes me laugh.
I don't know where Kevin came from one day, but he never left. Kevin just come start bare fires in the group. He's still here today.
Yeah, just starting fires. Can you see my? All right. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
All right. Monday moral scenario. Next topic. This is a tricky one. What would you do, everyone? 2 women have been close friends for years, not surface level, proper sisterhood. One of them comes from what everyone would describe as a solid family. Her parents are still together, affectionate, supportive, and always seem genuinely happy. You've been around for birthdays, barbecues, Christmases, the whole lot, and they've always treated you like family. Recently, your friend throws a party at her house. Everyone's there, music, drinks, laughter, good vibes all round as usual. At one point, your friend asks you to take her aunt's coat upstairs and leave it in her bedroom. You head up, open the door, and her dad's inside sitting on the bed. You apologise as you didn't realise he was in there and explain you were just dropping off the coat. He smiles and says, fine. As you turn to leave, he gets up and steps closer, too close. He tells you that you're looking particularly sexy tonight. He then leans in and tries to kiss you. You pull away, you leave the room shaken, but don't address it there and then, as you are shocked. This man is your best friend's father. He's married, respected, and part of a family you love. If you speak up, you risk destroying everything. So here's the moral dilemma. Do you tell your friend knowing it can blow her family apart? Do you tell her mother even though there's a chance she won't believe you? Or do you stay silent to protect the family and distance yourself? If you say nothing, are you protecting them or him? This isn't about drama, it's about truth, safety, loyalty, and consequences. What would you do? Guys? What would you do?
Drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business.
I'm telling you, the person that blows the whistle is always the collateral damage.
Drink water and mind my business. Mind my business.
Me personally, if I
Shasha?
if I step back, this because I was thinking about it, it's hard. If I step back and not be, but the conversations ain't that strong between us, and I'm not coming to anything, my best friend's gonna know something is up. They're going to, so I'm gonna feel obligated to say something. I wouldn't want it to come to that. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell him, mind yourself, yeah. Don't let this happen again. After a couple of days, I'm gonna have a conversation with my best friend. Because you're going to find out either way. If I distance myself, I'm going to get asked a question. I don't want to get asked a question. I'd rather just tell her. And then whatever happens, happens.
Natalie, why's your face grow up like that?
I'm thinking about it. I don't know.
I had that with my neighbour when I was... Go on.
Don't ever. I'll tell him about his blouse and skirts. And then I'll take it, and then I have to sleep on it. Like, literally.
Sleep on him or hit?
Gary.
I don't know. I just don't know how that would go down.
Either way, I'm buggered.
Yeah. The guilt from hiding it would eat you. But then you could tell them and then it could go up in flames. So it's like, well, what the fuck do you do?
I'm undecided. I think I would tell him about himself so we all know that I'm not scared to give, an opinion. So I would, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Don't let it happen again. Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just probably wouldn't say anything because I would have just chalked it up to he was a bit drunk.
Yeah, and he had a funny 5 minutes.
Yeah, I would chalk it up to that, but I'll tell him, don't make it happen again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Does he wear glasses?
Say anything, Gary.
Does he wear glasses? He may thought his wife, but got confused. He was a bit drunk in the room.
He knew what he was doing. He said you look particularly sexy tonight. But
yeah.
Again...
No, look, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, if it was one of my friends, my friend's mum, parents, I'd be like, brother, you miss grandma, auntie, you're 85. What you doing? What you doing, man? You know what I mean? But no, seriously, I wouldn't say nothing. I'd just like play it off. Probably wouldn't go to the yard again.
That's the thing. That is gonna. Yeah.
I probably wouldn't go to the yard again. But then that's not hard to make excuses. Oh, I'm busy because of party. I'm busy, and leave it for a year or so before I go to the next barbecue. But other than that, yeah.
So then the best friend kind of misses out.
Not missing out. I was not going to. I go to her house or their house, but I'm just not going to the dad's house to sit down and drink tea with him. After next minute, I end up like Puffy in bed drinking me some drug my tea. I'm in bed like Little Rod.
Poor Little Rod, man.
Oh, Little Rod done it to himself. I'm sorry. He promised you $250,000 and a house next door, so you took the sore bottom.
it on a number of occasions and didn't get no money back.
The first occasion you're a victim, anything out, you stayed for your career, then as Gary said, then it's kind of consent, isn't it, after a while? But then people would say, well, then why is it different for Little Rod? And then, but we're saying we're protecting Cassie. So, yeah, I don't know. And I guess you can only speak for yourself, and until you're placed in that position, no one really truly knows what they would do. But I think, knowing me, I would have cut Diddy out, and I would have just found another career path.
But also,
go on. Capricorn Clark. Go on.
Sorry, people latch onto people's words. That's the thing.
If no money's coming forth from my box continuously sore, I'm going to have to again. Do you know what I mean?
But that's what I said, isn't it? Like, you wake up the first time you're in bed with a couple of girls and you'll think, oh, wow, who's these people? Happens once, happens twice, happens the third time. You tell me you're going to text me 6, 7, 8 times the same thing? No, come on. It's consent. Yeah. After it's happened a few times, it's consent.
The only one that seemed to be gang and just wasn't having a bar of it was the same Aubrey O'Day. She has been saying this for years. She didn't falter to his advances, and then she was fired. But so do you know what I mean? I'm not about to do that because I don't find you attractive or whatever it was for her. But yeah. Anywho. All right, so Diego de Boss says, loyalty to the family would mean you should have let him have it, both barrels at that very moment. And if he made a scene, then that's on him, not you. But you can sympathize with the time. But you can sympathize with the timing of it all. However, saying anything now after the fact opens up a next level of can of worms. So until the next time, keep it under your hat, in my opinion. Dion said she'll pick option 3, but not before telling him at some point that his behaviour was out of line and to never approach me in that way again. So she would keep stum, but she would tell him off. Tell the father not to let it happen again, or else I would tell his wife and daughter. Junior Bogle said,
go on, Daddy.
If she and the friend's tight, she needs to be bringing it to her brethren, she needs to be bringing it to her brethren. It's not for her to tell the auntie. That should come from the daughter. If they always have shown love for the friend, they will trust what she says. If they didn't like the friend or ever felt it, distance and walk away from them, as they would collectively demonize her. I've actually experienced similar to this firsthand when I confronted her dad's stepfather, a paedophile from Cecile Avenue, Wembley, and told him to prepare himself. Prepare himself, as the police going to be talking to him. The daughter told the police she's not going to give evidence again him, and therefore have no case. Imagine that. Anyhow, back to the scenario. Anyway, suppose he tried it on one of the youngers in the family. Dog need to know as the dog. It might just protect others, especially the vulnerable ones. Next thing, he drinks liquor and cries, saying it was a liquor and error of judgment. Dog a dog, and this one's personal treasure. These are things that can mess up a girl or a big woman too. The same ex-paedophile stepfather father also raped her aunt, her mum's youngest sister. A lot of things made me piece 2 and 2 together. Her aunt was raped, no one believed her. She then turned to drink and has never been the same. This one sit deep with my sister. Yeah. And it goes back to the whole, do we protect the predator or do we speak up? Do you know what I mean? But not sure, I don't know how old these women are, but I'm not sure it's a paedophile situation. It's just out of order. Kill and Go MC said, this is that's so simple. It's not even a debate. Come on. So I said, well, I'm lost. Tell me what it is she should do. He said, said. She should ease herself out of the situation, be friends still, but there's a wedge. I know, I've been there. But I don't think that's fair on the friend, because friend's not done nothing. Do you know what I mean? Hang on, what's this? She needs to show her friend. I've read that. Many women, men and women, clearly lack behaviour and nothing new. I was about 8 to 10 years old when I witnessed something with my innocent self. I took it to my mum same time, one of the family members and another family member. My mum threatened me and told me if I ever open my mouth, she'll box me out of my face. Let's
Mind your business.
Yeah, let's say I looked at my mother differently after that, especially at that young age, impressionable age. I knew that what I saw was wrong. But we've got a tendency to sweep certain things under the rug, and that's the wider, broader conversation. You're supposing this is the first time? Maybe not, says Kin and Go MC. I don't know, neither does anyone else. So I asked for Davina's opinion because I like to hear what she has to say. And she said, I don't like dishonesty, first off, but I'm truly baffled why some here would keep such a thing a secret, to be honest. Secrets come out no matter how far you bury it. If I was in that position, my friend would realize something's up and I wouldn't feel comfortable in his presence ever again. I would distance myself. That within itself would raise questions. And then when asked why, it goes from being a secret into a straight up lie if one chooses not to disclose. It also looks fishy by not disclosing it, as if you had something to hide. True. I will speak to my friend from the off a bit in a sensitive manner. This not only lifts the heaviness off your chest, but also negates his dirtiness. Also negates his dirty ras from getting in there first. That's a good point, because he might go and say, do you know what I mean? Something else. If they suspect you might say something, they fabricate a story. I mean, who is to believe, the beloved family father or the family friend? What my friend does with that information is up to her. My conscience is clear. As you know, I try to place myself in other shoes, and if I was a daughter, I would want to know. Not sure if I'd be home in time to catch a full show tonight, but I'll try. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't say anything, Natalie?
Sorry, it was on mute. The cat was going. Meow. Sorry. I don't know. I'd have to be in that situation. See? Can you hear her?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear her. Is she horny? Oh God! If it's not raining, it's the cat. I can't.
No, I don't know. It literally depends. I would definitely tell him about himself, and I'd have to sleep on it and kind of analyze the situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gary's minding his business. All right. Next scenario that I wanted to discuss with you lot before last week, but we didn't do it last week. So this one. Okay. What would you do Wednesdays? So I need to stay anonymous because my whole body is cringing writing this, but I genuinely want you lot's savage opinion. I'm a big woman approaching my 50s. I've lived enough life to know that good men are not falling off trees. So when I met my boyfriend, I held on to him. He's genuinely a good man, respectful, kind, and supportive. The type that checks if you've eaten before he asks for anything. The type that listens. To be honest, he has many great qualities I love and appreciate. Now, let me be honest. The sex has always been just okay. Not tragic, not amazing, just there. Functional, kind of flat at times, but I accepted it because life has handed me enough lessons to know that good treatment lasts longer than good sex. At this stage of my life, fireworks in the bedrooms weren't at the top of my priority list. About 6 months ago, we were doing our usual flat sex session when he quietly asked me to put my fingers in the back door. Lord, I'm sweating typing this. I hesitated. I wasn't sure. It's not my ministry, but he looked nervous and vulnerable, so I thought, cha, it's my man. Let me at least try. It was like I turned on the ignition to a luxury car. This man came alive. It was the best performance of our entire relationship. He transformed. I genuinely had a moment where I questioned if he had been wasting years, if I'd been wasting years of my youth on the wrong men. But here's the issue. He wants it every time now. The only way he seems to reach that level is if I do that specific thing. And honestly, it makes me uncomfortable having effing shitty fingers to get an orgasm or a decent fuck. It's annoying. I'm trying not to judge him. I know grown folks who have grown tastes, but it doesn't feel natural to me, and quite frankly, should not feel natural to him. Here I am judging, but I don't want to be obligated to do something I'm not comfortable with just to keep the sexual chemistry going. At the same time, the sex is 10 times better when we do it, but my spirit is conflicted. Is it selfish to step back when it's clearly the only way he reaches his peak performance? Should I push past my discomfort because everything else in the relationship is amazing? Or is this a sign that we're sexually incompatible and I should bow out gracefully before resentment creeps in? Is it normal and I'm being dramatic, to be honest? I know you guys will know what I'm saying. I'm too old to be confused, but here I am, anonymous because my whole body is cringing writing this, but I genuinely want... Oh, is this typed twice? Okay, at the same time, the sex is 10 times better, but my spirit is conflicted. It's selfish to step back when it's clearly the only way he reaches his peak. Should I push past the discomfort because everything else in the relationship is amazing? Or is it a sign that we're sexually incompatible and I should just bow out gracefully? Is it normal or am I being dramatic?
You reading it again?
Yeah, I didn't post it. Charlene did, so
Okay.
I think you've posted it twice, babe. But yeah. The bottom line is he doesn't get his rocks off until she puts her fingers in his back door. It improves the sex, but she's uncomfortable doing it. What should she do? Everyone's on mute.
Sorry. My first question to him would be, have you had this done before?
Why are you asking, Charlie? If I'm in bed with you, right, and we're gonna do a thing. Hold on. I did it. You say, babes, I want you to do this to me. You say, have you done that before? I fucking do it. Shut up. Just do what I've asked you, or don't do it.
No.
Why are you asking me questions before? Just do it or don't do it. Well, you done it. No, I haven't had that before. Oh, okay, I'll do it. I haven't done. Whoa, someone else done it. I want to be the first. What?
Do you think she's got a right to be uncomfortable?
Everyone's got a right to be uncomfortable, but I don't think she should be.
Why?
Because he's your partner, and you have a discussion what you're going to do and what you don't want to do. If she's saying no, I don't want to do it, then she has a conversation with you. If she's done it once, then you can do it again. Now, if you're saying it's repetitive,
It's the only way the sex is good.
yeah, she's saying it's repetitive, but the repetitiveness of it is making it good. Then why would you want to make it bad? That's the dumb thing, isn't it? You're saying when you do it, it's good. When you don't do it, it's bad. Yeah, you're doing it all day. Just make sure you get the bleach and to wash your finger afterwards.
Oh, no!
Get some sanitizer, just wash it off. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think it's petty at all. Why is this happening? I really want to know. Why?
Because that's where Gary's a sexual health advisor. This is where the guy's G-spot is, right?
Do you know what? I don't know about that, but yeah, but some people like it that way. But it's not, I don't know if the G spot's there or there's a set erogenous. Your whole body's got erogenous zones what turn people on. So it's like some people have orgasms from people sucking their nipples and stuff. So it's, I mean, I won't go that far. What I would say is that before, if you like that, then that's what you like. If you don't like it, then don't do it. But fish, that man is a fish. No, not fish. It's poo. He's Winnie the Pooh.
Not Winnie the Pooh.
It's not Nino. It's not. What's it called? Nemo. It's a poo.
Gary's funny as fuck, you know.
It's Winnie the Pooh. Not Nino. Not Nemo. I mean, but no, seriously. But if you think about what I'm saying, for me, if you're saying it's good, then that's good. So at the end of the day, the whole point of experimenting in bedroom and stuff is that's the whole point, isn't it? I don't get. You can't tell me something that you found something that you both like.
She doesn't
He
like
doesn't
it.
like it.
She likes the outcome.
But not what's not. She likes the
she
outcome, but
doesn't
not
feel-
what she
no,
does.
She
She
has
likes-
to rev him up with her fingers in his butt.
Yeah,
That's a
and then
problem for her mentally.
Yeah, but she likes the outcome.
You,
What am I like?
That's a good impossible, man.
No, but I'm asking, isn't that what they're saying?
the outcome
Yeah.
isn't a problem, but it's what she's doing to get the outcome that's the problem. But for me, certain conversations, me personally, need to be discussed before you go in that area. And that's one of them. What's your sexual fantasy and all the kind of things there. Before we go anywhere, I don't want you telling me, "I'll put my finger up your backside so that I can get you to around and give me a good sex." Are you mad? No.
You've got nothing to say in that. You're on
She's on
mute.
mute.
It's just a big dirty hell no from me.
Mm-mm.
No, I'm not.
So
doing
you
that.
dump him. So he's
Yeah.
great in all areas, but that's the only kind of thing. He's gone. He's a goner.
Yeah,
Even if you liked it.
even if you like it. Oh, I'm too scornful, sorry. You know what it is? I'd just be looking at him side.
Right. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'd be looking at him sideways. It wouldn't work because,
Nope.
yeah, it wouldn't work. He'd make me cringe. He'd give me the ick. It would give me the ick.
But like when I see people and they say they eat arse and thing, yeah, like they get right up in
What?
it and they really like it. All right, they like it. Go watch that. You go watch that for hepatitis A. But other than that, you're good.
Well, you could get a side of hepatitis A, but it's all right other than that to eat. Like,
No,
God,
we were
man.
good.
Yeah.
We're good.
But like I said, I don't necessarily think there's anything overly wrong with it. I'm just saying, if you like the outcome, then that's not the problem. The problem is if you didn't like the outcome, then obviously you don't do it.
Right. Roy Amos said, no, right. And yes, I love sex, but that nah right. It needs the Lord. It needs the Lord, you know. They do say the man's G spot is there. Jennifer Ross. So your man's place of excitement is unfortunately placed. You found his place, now go exploring yours. We absolutely have more than one, so jazz it up, add some more spice. Melissa said, make sure and wash out in batty so you don't get doo-doo fingers. Sorry, the tune came to my mind. One finger upon the thumb, keep moving. One finger upon thumb, keep moving. Oh, God. Melissa, I'm sorry, I got ADHD. Can someone give us a rundown? This is interesting dilemma. Hang on.
Let's just go.
I gave him the breakdown. Okay. Dion said, this is an interesting dilemma for real. If she's not uncomfortable with the act itself, but more so having to use her finger, I'm sure a browse through Love Honey can resolve her problem. They must have an ultra slim vibrator that she can use instead.
Because there you go.
But then, with you, Natalie, is it the fact that he wants it done full stop? That's the problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do you want things
It's not the fact that you have to do it. It's the fact that he
that
wants
as well, because I'm not putting my fingers up there. But why do you want it done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, looking at him.
That's why you'd be looking at him
You
sideways.
literally can't get aroused without it.
Something wrong.
Yeah. Basically, that's what she's saying. He can't without it. So the real question is, you're comfortable doing something uncomfortable. You don't need us to answer that because you already know the answer, hence why you wrote anonymously. Nothing wrong with role playing, but when it messes with your psyche, that becomes the problem. Be comfortable with being you in knowing your worth. Nobody wants to be put in an uncompromising situation. Simply go with what feels right. You don't need any validation because you already know what to do, not judging. Yeah, I said, come on, psychologist, facts. A few years ago, says anonymous participant 8333, a few years ago, a sister asked me if I'd go down on her and that she'd give me the best sex I'd ever had. That she was also curious to do fingers on me. We just started reasoning about going forward onto doing the big people things. I told her it ain't gonna happen, no matter how capable it can ignite me. I'm not curious to find out. Right there, everything stand up. She said anytime I change my mind to let her know. Certain things is nastiness. Maybe not for all, but what might be good for some, I don't find nowhere curious to find. She could have pretty like money and ignite the capability of a whole bag of things. It now go reach them freakiness period. Maybe it's an age thing. The younger ones more into certain freaky things. I don't know. Is a good thing. I stopped eat fried dumplings a long time ago. I have no idea what fried dumplings have to do with the topic at hand, but okay. She's smelling her fingers.
Gross.
Oh, they're too funny. They are too funny in this group, I swear. Lisa Van Hall, it's all about communication. If she doesn't want to use her fingers, get him a butt plug. And Summers and Love Honey are there for a reason, innit? Now she found his hot spot. Explore where hers is, and Bob's your uncle. So some people just really don't have a problem with it.
That's it.
I remember asking a question on my page years ago, what makes a man climax and what triggers it. Honestly, I learned the back door does it for some men, and I would not do it either. That's a hard pass, says Bev Angela Anderson. Franco Harriet, absolute weirdo, should have dumped his ass as he suggested it. D. Mackenzie said she lost me at doo-doo fingers. Today, Adakalan said, you're with a man who's been taking willy, or at least a very least a phallic-shaped object. Now, the only time you get good sex is when you have shitty fingers. Is your need for a good man greater than your disgust for fingering a man who's most probably has taken willy? It doesn't mean, though, that because someone...
It doesn't mean that. It's just saying it. People are just dumb.
Right. Nope, no way, not happening ever. As in any relationship, well, Taz said, nope, no way, not happening ever. And Hayden Mattia said, as in any relationship, shit happens. Boom, boom. Oh, dear. Last topic, we've got 15 minutes. Last topic is one of yours, Nat. So let me... Hang on, pause that. Share screen. 1 second. We're coming. Is it this one? Yeah. Share screen. So this is what you had to say, and then maybe you could break it up a bit more.
A post the other day that said something like, people are struggling to date because everyone's dating half-heartedly, and honestly, it's so true. So many people across different ages, backgrounds and generations are complaining about the dating pool right now, and they're all complaining about the same thing. But that post nailed it. It's because we're in an era of half interest. Everyone's like kind of talking, kind of seeing each other, kind of keeping it casual, but deep down, most people are craving something real. But many people are faced with this like block. We want connection, but we're terrified to commit. We want intimacy, but we're too scared to be seen. It's like a world full of people pretending they don't care while actually caring too much. And then on top of that, there's this energetic imbalance. Masculine energy pulling back, feminine energy overextending. Women are tired, men feel disconnected, and nobody feels safe. Nobody feels balanced. Let's throw all the unhealed stuff into the mix. The ghosting, the avoiding, the breadcrumbing. Honestly, it's no wonder people don't know how to communicate anymore. We're all out here wanting healed relationships while holding on to wounds that we still haven't dealt with yet. We all take a moment to be really honest with ourselves. Real love requires real effort. Real connection requires real presence. And the healing, that's all you. Listen, this weird ass dating era doesn't have to define us. We can still choose honesty, we can still choose clarity, and we can still choose to show up. I saw a post the other day that said something like, people are struggling to date.
All right. So now, talk to me about that post. What
that was to watch back. I was like, oh.
I think it looks really pretty, and it makes sense. So,
I think a lot of people are moaning about the same thing dating wise. When I look like online a lot, and we've had like lots of discussions, it's not even like this is white, black, Asian, all different cultures, and this is across the country. Like I have a lot of American followers who say the same thing. It's not so even that thing where we thought, well, maybe we need to just extend our reach. It's a pandemic, like it's everywhere.
Yeah.
And I thought about it a lot. I was like, so is it really cooked? Because everyone always says you'll find your person eventually, or everyone will find their person. And I genuinely start to think, I don't know, like I don't know. And if we're all sharing the same experiences, the men feel super hard done by the women. The women are feeling super hard done by the men. And so when I saw that post, I was like, this is it. No one, nothing, everything only gets to a certain stage because we are in the half interest era of dating. Even if you want to like someone, you can't because there's such a pattern of behavior that's going, everyone's protecting their energy so much that no one's giving 100. So all the signals are mixed. Sign of anything that someone doesn't like, we're backing off. Especially at our age, because we've been through it. We've done the bullshit. We've done the heartbreak. We've done the fuckery. We're not doing it again. Do you know what I mean? So any sign of thingy. So I even did a follow-up post today because that got loads. That's on like nearly 50K at the moment. And loads of comments. I did a follow-up post today and I said, well, is it that we're more difficult or are we more discerning? Or is it a push and pull of both? Do you know what I mean? At the same time. But what I do know, no one feels safe. So if no one feels safe, no one's going to put their 100% real vulnerable energy in because you don't feel safe enough to do that from the jump. So before you've even entered, it doesn't matter who it is. You're going to, even if they go, this person makes me feel safe, you're going to feel safe to a certain extent, to the point where there's going to be certain things that you're not going to allow, you're not going to take. So a lot of people are already going into dating because they feel like they know how it's going to go. Everyone already goes in, no matter how much you think you like someone or how invested you think you are, but a lot of us are going in 1 foot in, 1 foot out, because we're just waiting for that moment. So we don't really want to put all our eggs in one basket, and we try, but we're ready to jump. We've got the life jacket on when we're going in, because we know that we're probably going to have to jump in the sea at some point and get away. So if you're going into something like that, no matter how much you think you're giving, you're holding back. And that's why we're not connecting, because no one feels safe, but no one's willing to let their guard down first on either side of the fence to kind of create that space. And I don't know where we go from here. Yeah, it's like some people are like, oh, we're too quick, and we're too difficult now. And I'm like, yeah, are we difficult, or are we more discerning? There's certain things that we're not putting up with now, and I stand by that. There's certain things that I've done my big gutty stinking heartbreak. I've done my lessons. I've done my patience and staying on things. So I'm not doing that again. But have we got the balance? A lot of us have done our big heartbreak. You know, the one that gets you to allow stupidness and dumbness. And most of us have done that. So a lot of us now are in the era where we're not looking at anything aesthetic. We're not looking for the feeling just to be in a relationship. We want certain things. And a lot of people are not able to display those things, not because they're not those things, but because they don't feel safe in the dating arena to show that they do have them. So we're just missing each other. That's what
you think.
Yeah.
Harry, what do you think about that?
I don't know. I don't think I suppose everyone's got to go into relationships open and kind of open to the possibilities of what it can be or what it could be.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go in there, kind of thinking what it wouldn't be or what could happen or the person, then you're never going to be free or easy and comfortable. So you got to have faith in people. I suppose. I think whenever I talk to people about relationships, they always talk about, there's a red flag. He didn't phone me back after 2 hours and stuff like that. Is that red thing? People are busy, so everything. If everything don't happen the way you want it to happen, it's an issue, and then you start pulling away. So I think people over egg things and take things or talk to their friends too much about things. I wouldn't accept that. Like, let it go. Yeah. Sometimes some things it is what it is.
Behind closed doors, they might accept bugger things.
Yeah.
Bugger mouth for you and your relationship.
When you go on there, you see they're all Cassie. They're at home. They're Cassie at home, and that's why I say, like, I think people expect too much. No, I think people are not willing to let certain things go, and they if you let them go, things will turn out okay. I'm not saying you can't protect yourself, but you're just like, I mean, yes, he hasn't. Yes, she may not have texted you back. Yes, the text message, he started typing the text message, put the phone down, and forgot to text you back. So, you mean? So if you want to talk to me, phone me.
No, I'm joking.
Phone me. If you want to talk to me, phone me. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I mean, I understand I understand the point, but I do think that people as a whole, we just kind of need to be a bit more forgiving of people and kind of understanding, and then relationships will be easier for everybody.
What do you think, Shasha?
I kind of agree with both with what Nat and Gabby has said. A lot of time people are waiting for something to happen rather than just relaxing, or they're thinking about their past relationships and they don't want to get hurt again, which is, I can understand, but at what point do you let go and stop blocking what could be actually a great relationship?
Your blessings, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Go on, finish.
Yeah, no, I just don't want to say it. Go on. Sorry.
No, I mean, I think for me, I've always been a big advocate for love. Then I started to get a little bit tainted but I always want to believe in the love story and the, you know what I mean, the happy and the blah blah. And I've said it to like people that are friends and that have gone through rough times, that don't let past experience block you from your future experiences, because your past is meant to just give you a little wisdom, but it's not meant to deter you from your blessings of the future. If I date, I go by people's actions, and if you're it's not mathing,
Yes.
then I'm not going to stick around. Like you said, Natalie, we've done the whole, you know, if something is not adding up.
Yeah.
I think there's a very thin line between insecurity and intuition.
Yeah.
And I think you don't know what that is unless you know yourself. You don't know what's speaking to you unless you really genuinely know yourself or sit and take time with yourself. So I know for me, I will always give love a chance, but giving love a chance doesn't mean I have to be an idiot either. And
Exactly.
if the math isn't mathing, what Gary was saying, oh, they didn't call me back in 2 hours. Some of these things can be considered petty. I'm talking about if you disappear and your phone's off for 2 days, or do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
No. 4 plus 4 has never been 4 plus 4 has never been 20, and there's nothing you can say to make me believe it is.
Hold on. So if my phone's off for 2 days, that's an issue.
Yes.
Of course it is if you're in a relationship.
If I don't have a phone, that's an issue.
Why do you not have a phone at your big age?
I don't want a phone. Like I don't believe I got a landline at home.
Oh, Gary, what time did you start working?
Gary,
I don't mean that way because my phone. You know what? I often switch my phone off.
For 2 days and not check in with your partner.
I often switch my phone off for a day or days. It just goes off.
And not check in with your partner.
I'll check in with people, of course, but I don't necessarily have my phone on.
That's what I'm saying. If you're like, I'm off the grid, you know how to get me differently.
Yeah. I'll send you an email.
Disappearing.
I'll send you an email. Yeah, well, go on.
You're just being
I'm saying sometimes, and sometimes like my phone. One time, my phone was doing some funny thing where it would just like it wouldn't allow anyone to call me. It would just like you for some reason, when something happened, Apple you couldn't call in, and I couldn't call that. So even on the only way you could call me is on WhatsApp was the only way it would work. Something happened to the phone thing, and then people was like, "I can't get hold of you." I'm like, "Well, isn't it like?" Thing I send
That's completely different, Gary.
But I'm saying to you, that was probably my phone. It wasn't everyone's phone. So if that was the case, you'll say, "Oh, there's something dodgy going." That's not something dodgy. This is what it is.
No,
sometimes
I'm not saying that if there's a one-off and there's something going. I'm just saying
you made it sound like it was a one-off.
No, not one-offs. But if there's regular patterns of behavior and the maths don't maths, we as women or we as humans, because I'm not just saying it's vice versa as well, you have to have some sort of discernment. Do you understand what I mean? But you can't sit around and then when ignore a bunch of stuff, and then when the outcome turns out to be not what you wanted it to be, you're the victim. Like I think
all right. Say for example, the same thing happened 4 or 5 times, but then you and the person end up to be together. You know, happen, my phone goes off, and you see their phone go off. Sometimes like the phone not ring when they're with you, the phone's not ringing or nothing like that. You don't think nothing of it. It's like, okay, it is what it is.
Go get a phone that works, blood.
Jeez.
And usually something comes out later on down the line, even if it's years later.
Right.
Yeah.
It's happened.
So what do you think the solution is, Natalie?
Ideally, everyone will start letting their guard down to the right person, but who the fuck is the right person? So ideally, we start giving each other a bit more grace and having spaces to try and understand each other. But unfortunately, when those spaces occur, people just argue and it becomes a sex war. war of the sexes and battle of the
which is
sexes.
toxic and it doesn't help anyway, does it?
Help. So it's just men do this and women do that and this and that, but everyone feels hard done by. And so if we're already in an era where that is a lot of the case, when you're going into date, you already feel like you're going into date your enemy. Like, so
it does definitely feel like
it does, and it does feel like that. How are you supposed to date with all the intention in the world? How is that supposed to be a smooth sailing experience or pathway if you already feel like you're going on a date with your ops?
It's a combat. It's a battle.
It's a battle. So it's just, I think there's patterns of behavior in men that I don't understand how they can deny this happens. Everyone says they've experienced it.
What's that?
Right? I'll say in a minute. But there's also patterns in women that I've had to accept just because I haven't seen it with some of my friends. It happens because too many men have said it happens.
Too many men are saying it. That's right.
What we have to understand is that everyone stop downplaying people's experiences and just be the people that we want. So listen, I'm the first one to tell you I want someone emotionally available. That's a non-negotiable for me. But can I sit here and say right now, if I went into something, I would be fully emotionally available? No. So I have to look at that now and think, well,
yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because I'm going to go in with fucking, what is the computer protection bit? McAfee blood. McAfee protection if I go into anything.
God.
So how can you be fully emotionally available, if you've got all this violence? If you're not, but that is a non-negotiable for me. I've got a cheek. So I think a lot of us, that's what a lot of us are doing. So I think that's where we need to look. Can you provide what you require, even if it's stuff that is emotional, like emotional availability, full transparency, letting your guard down, being fully open? These are all things that I need from someone. But can I say if I got into something right now, I could give that at this point? No.
Yeah.
So I have to look at that. And I think if we kind of psychoanalyze and kind of really do a full-blown risk assessment of ourselves and are honest with ourselves, look at everything that we require and then say, is that something we can offer? And obviously it's not everything that we require we should be offering, because I want something from a man that I can't give. So it's not everything that I require, but there are certain things that you shouldn't require that you cannot give and do not give to your damn self. So I think a lot of introspection and self-reflection is needed. Think about what it is that you truly, truly want, why you want it, and can you give that? Can you give what it is that you want?
You have to be able to give what you want,
Would you date me? I wouldn't date
most people are selfish though, aren't they? So I may want something. I know I can't give you what you want, but I want what I want. So then I'm going to try and take what I want.
But a lot of women used to be about men, like doing what it was for the men. But now a lot more women want to protect themselves. So now it's not about what the man wants or it's about, what can he do for me? Or what kind of emotional safety can he do for me? I'm only willing to do these things that he wants once I know I'm safe in this area and that area, which I don't think is so much of a bad thing. But again, balance is everything in it. So I think that's the problem that we have. And if everybody's doing that, the dating scene's cooked.
Yeah.
Not to mention the most single people are the ones in relationships. So
I've dated them.
The single people will be trying to arch you out. The ones in relationship won't stop calling you, and you don't even know they're in a relationship. So it's just a world. It's just we're in the upside down.
Yeah.
I hear you. All right, let's see what No Bravado Massive said on this one to you.
You know, spotlight time's up here.
Yeah. But they're still here. So if Carl's cut us off, thank you, Spotlight listeners, for using, but they're still here in the thing. So I'm assuming he hasn't cut us off. Anyway, that ticket is full, not half, says Franco Harriet. Don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
The problem is now there are too many avenues for options and something to fall back on. Back in the day, you knew after one date and after one beat, if I guess he's saying she was the one for you. Unfortunately, now you can still be beaten even though you're both not sure. Social media don't help, as she's already talking to 20 simps, and a lot of simping and great I ams go on social media, so she or he always gonna be swayed. I won't lie, I was mesmerized by a girl I met on social media. Then when I got with her, it took me 2 weeks to realize I fell for a simplistic trick in the book. By the way, Trisha, I like contributing here, but you have some weirdo members like Franco Harriet. I don't know. This guy is like 50 Cent 2.0. I'm not going to read out the rest of it. I just told you to stop trolling. For fuck's sake, stop trolling. Relationships are now very fragile, and it doesn't take a lot to break it up because it was never formed from a solid foundation, says Kendall Bupier. It's conditional, and once these conditions are broken, it just collapses into breakup. It does not hold the moral values that parents' relationships were based on. There is always some kind of catch in today's relationship, the unforeseen agenda, but you can sense it even before you committed yourself. Such a shame people can't make life a lot more pleasant than they allow.
Mm-hmm.
Joshua G. Miller said clap, 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 clap. Colette said truth. Junior Bogle said guilty, more as a subsequence of struggling to find time even for my own self. Brianna Hunt said, yes, this is me, half interests, half efforts. MW Prince said, what about the phenomenon of women not wanting to say, that's my boyfriend?
Because it's embarrassing. I'm joking. and there's a lot of people said, oh, it's options, and what on my Instagram, and I said, no, it's the mirage, the illusion of options. Just because there's a lot of something, it doesn't mean they're of good quality. There's a million women, a trillion men, but there's not a trillion women of good quality, not a trillion men of good quality. And what they mean. So there's an illusion of options due to accessibility.
Yeah.
The easy access to people has made people think that there are options. They are not viable options. I've got about 10 people trying to talk to me. They don't have my number. They're just in my thing. They are not options. I'm sorry. So just because there's 10 people, there might be nobody. And it's not because they're not good quality. It just doesn't align for me.
Yeah.
So just because you've got people there, numbers does not equate to value.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? So you
feel absolutely. It doesn't equate to good options.
What's that?
I'm saying I'm agreeing with you because there's numbers there doesn't necessarily mean that they're good options. Like
and people are disillusioned by the fact that they've got this one contacting them, and they've seen this one now that looks better than the one that they're talking to, or this guy now that looks like he's got more money than the guy that they're talking to, and this guy's trying to chat to them now, even though you're already talking to this one, and so you feel like you've got I've got more options. But I would say that, I think it's illusion, and people are disillusioned by the theory of options, but actually when they scratch beneath the surface, they're not options.
Yeah, it's not an option. Yeah. You won't go into anything, says Rosemary Gavidian. You won't go into anything while seriously working on self, absolutely. Mm-hmm. When you can acknowledge yourself with all your, as they say, faults, on the right road, true love does exist.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. All right. I think we've come to the end of our show, guys.
Yep.
So this is the last show for you lot, isn't it, for the year? I may go live next week, just to close out the year, and then
what dates next week? Is it the
21st?
Is it the 21st?
Is that
Oh,
English?
23rd. 22nd.
Yeah, Tuesday the 23rd.
23rd.
I'll be in my cabin, my log cabin with the kiddies.
Oh, nice.
Christmassy. All Christmassy. Not Christmassy, but you know, like winter log cabin, like.
Yeah.
Right. Are you there for Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're spending the whole Christmas and that there?
Yeah, I've got to come back for my nan's birthday because she would just have an angina.
Yeah.
So we're leaving on Boxing Day and then coming back.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But we go on the 3rd, even though I'm still working.
Yeah, Charlene, you would be with me, I think, wouldn't you? But yeah, Gary, if you're about, hop on. I think that'll be the last show for the year, and then we'll come back in January, at some point, because we need a break. But yeah, I guess we say goodbye to you. Hey, that's.
I'm just saying, I'm on the TV at the moment. Do you see that thing happened in Australia about the people killing people on the beach? Not to be a thing. The only thing that, let's see, this can sound quite cold, and I'm not bringing it back to faith or religion. See, they're talking about the guy who ran and took the gun off the person and disarmed the guy. You know, the guy was a Muslim, some Ismail, whatever, but they're not mentioning nothing about his faith or religion.
Of course they wouldn't. Of course they wouldn't. It's just, I think we got to really ask ourselves, they do such a great job in trying to discredit us and make us look bad. And we've got to ask why. Do you know what I mean? Just why. But on that note, good night, no bravado, massive. I want to say a great thank you to you guys in the group. The topics are interesting. The comments are interesting. You lot are funny. Thank you for keeping it going. We really appreciate you. Next week will be our last show for the year. And we will see you then. Looking forward to it. But yeah.
Great show once again.
Thank you guys. Love you lot to bits, man.
Oh yeah.
Come on. Don't Gary, because Gary's gonna go blank in a minute.
What's that?
Because we said bye and we blew kisses. I'm surprised you're still on the screen and you haven't cut off. But the photo shoot.
I spoke and she said yes.
You just need to date.
Yeah, she just said let her know, and that's not a problem. She's in where is she at the moment? She's in Gambia at the moment.
Nice.
My phone that she was in Gambia. So, but she said, I said, oh yeah, she said, no, not a problem. Just let her know what day, and then she'll you're good.
Cheeky mem and Laz after.
That's what I said. We need to do a little team dinner. Gary, I don't want to take no pictures, but we need you.
No, Gary.
Have you not been to Blue's Kitchen?
I don't like
No,
it.
you were telling me about that.
I don't like it. Well, you lot drink alcohol, and I got the pass to give half price food, half price drink.
Oh, that sounds.
Have you eaten the food?
I thought the food was all right.
I hated it, especially the buffalo wings. They were butters.
I had some ox cheek, and that was nice, and some salmon thing, which was nice. But yeah, you can go to Miller's, whatever. Miller's. Do you know? No. Have you been Swiss Butter?
No, I keep hearing about it. The steak one.
Yeah, steak, chicken, or salmon.
I don't eat meat. Okay.
Yeah.
Steak, chicken, or salmon.
If it's chicken, I can do little chicken or salmon.
So salmon, right. Chicken, or thing. So the thing. That's not bad.
Well, what are their
all right.
It's cheap. It's £25.
Yeah, what are their pina coladas like?
I don't know. I don't think they do alcohol. It's Muslim, I think.
I don't know.
That sounds dead.
Yeah,
remember, I don't drink alcohol. I don't really care.
No, but yeah, I shouldn't be drinking with my high blood pressure and my old people problems right now. Anyways.
I did say to you, Trish, I did that. Did I say I did that? party at the Langham, and they gave us beer LP at the end of the night.
Yes, you did, and you didn't give me a bottle. You gave it away. You gave it back, or something stupid like that. So I don't know why you told me, because you didn't give me one.
About that.
But yeah, all right. So we'll see each other for our little photo shoot and lunch. But until then, Bravado Massive. Take care. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye.